We remind fans that the use of tobacco products, vapes, and alcohol are strictly prohibited in the building and on school district grounds. We thank you for your cooperation. Also, all students and spectators must stay off the court and remain in the designated seating areas. Families, please be responsible for your children, keeping them with you during the game. Any families who do not keep track of their children may be asked to leave. Be reminded that the concession stand is open in the mezzanine level with drinks and food products. Also, the Indian class of 26 is hosting two fundraisers in the mezzanine. One is a Big Game Squares pool for the upcoming Super Bowl and also a bake sale. Please support the class of 26 in the mezzanine level tonight.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Klamath Union High School's KUTV. I'm Elias Soriano here with
Mr. Rico, and welcome. We have an exciting game this evening. We are facing KU versus Henley.
very great to be here. So last game, Henley, we played it at Henley, and now we're back here. Now we're at Pell Court, and it's great. It's great to be here with this little rivalry we have with Henry.
And
Henry?
Elias, I kind of heard that you actually broadcasted the game at Henley.
We did. We have a mobile broadcasting unit now, and we're able to go to games in town. So Henley was kind of our start out, but now we're able to go to places like Mazama.
Excellent. And I know you were there. I know that the girls lost, but you were there. Tell us a little bit about, do you see that our girls are making any progress? I know Henley's going to come in. They're going to be tough, but our girls need to be ready.
Henley's a very tough team, and looking back, that was a couple weeks ago, I think at the beginning of January, and just watching the games and seeing how our KU team has progressed, I'd say they're getting a little bit better. Definitely progressing.
Excellent. And that is why I hope that in this game we are seeing our girls make some improvements. The defense, their offense, their passing. I hope they have improved in that, and that way they can do a little bit better against Henley, stop them, and the defense, and also let's see how they do on their shooting.
Yeah, and now we're going to do the rosters. Let's do that real quick. So for the girls varsity basketball, the KU girls, we have number 07 Harris, number 1 Shania Barton, number 2 Kaylin Vanerath, number 3 Cami Hall, number 10 Araya Miller, number 11 Olivia Ross, number 12 Isabella Armijo, number 13 Katie Fettinger, number 23 Lisette Wata, and number 25 Anissa Jimenez. And now for the Henley girls, we have number 1, Kennedy Moden, number 3, Preston Shade, number 4, Lily Fussell, number 10, Sinai Campos, number 11, JC Ladner, number 12, Shoshani Pappas, number 13, Peyton Moden, number 15, Michaela Schroeder, number 22, Gretchen Shaney, number 24, Brooklyn Conrad, number 32, Sam Cunningham, and number 33, Nathan Robles, and lastly, number 34, Molly Brown. Looks like they're getting underway and announcing the starting lineups for both teams. I also want to point out that the KU girls, we don't have any freshmen on our team, but the Henley girls have 3 freshmen.
Wow, I guess they are getting ready for the future. Anyways, as we are waiting for the startup and announcing the starting players, let's review a little bit about our teams. KU, at this point, they are 6'10". The record is 6'10", ranking right now number 19. And Henley is 10-4, and they are ranked number 5 at this point. Excellent. And let's see what we're gonna let's see what Coach Nahar has in store to prevent another loss against Henley. And I'm hoping that they do a lot better than they did last time. Our players, I know they've been practicing very hard. They've been trying to figure out plays, moves that they can use against Henley. I know Lisette, talking to her, she mentioned that she is trying to figure out how is she going to do to get scoring some points in this game.
I know that our last game we played, which was, I believe, on Friday of last week, we played Mazama and we lost that game. But I'm excited to see what the Pels can do here. Obviously, there's a new energy in the air compared to that loss, and let's just see what we can do with it.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see, from comparing it to Mazama, I'm hoping to see more three-pointers and also a little bit more scoring from the paint, three-pointers, paint, free throws, and see what our players can do. See if they can actually start playing as a team, working together, and actually scoring some points.
Looks like we're about to get ready for the tip-off. Both teams lining up. Looks like it's going to be for KU Lisette Wata versus number 15 on Henley, Michaela Schroeder, for the tip-off.
And they look pretty even in height, so let's see who can get the ball at this time. Well, and we are off for a nice start of a game. Let's see what KU can do against Henley.
Ball is hit back, and it's Henley's ball. Henley charging down the court. Ball is passed into the paint, and our camera didn't move, but looks like no shot was made. KU returning with the ball coming down the court. Vanarath trying to find a way to get in, but loses the ball, and the ball goes out of bounds.
And I believe we have a foul call on this play, or maybe not. I think it's, yeah,
Yep,
it is
we
a
do.
foul. It's number 3 for the first foul.
Preston Shade. KU now with the ball, trying to find an opportunity to get inside the paint and score. Ball was almost stolen by Henley, but recovered by KU. Vanarath out in the corner. Sorry, not the corner, outside the court. Passes to Jimenez, but loses the ball. Henley rushing down the field and, down the court, and the score is made by number 1, Kennedy Moden on Henley. First score of the night. Looks like the ball was, there was a little tumble there, but the ball got back to KU.
And see, this is what I'm kind of talking about. KU cannot afford to make those passes against a team like Henley, because Henley is going to take advantage of every one of those passes.
I think that's a big thing that we were seeing with Mazama, was that passes were either going out of bounds or getting stolen, and that was what kept the score either in the advantage or the disadvantage of the other team. And also fouls.
And I think we got a foul here against KU. Number 2 is Kaylin Vanarath with her first foul.
Henley with the ball, trying to get past KU's defense, finding an opening, going into the paint, and scoring. That was number 3 on Henley, Preston Shade, with their first points of the night, putting Henley up by 4 points.
And it looked like KU got a little bit lost on who was going to guard that player. I mean, that player, they had wide open path to it, nice layup, and score. Let's see if they can keep an eye on that.
Armijo going into the paint, putting the shot up, and makes it. It looks like both teams are kind of going for in the paint, either rushing down the court fast or finding an opening to get inside the paint and score. Ball is passed inside the paint, shot is up, bounces off, recovered by Henley. There's our first three-pointer of the night. Goes up and sinks it. That was number 10, Sania Campos on the Henley girls.
Yeah, Campos did a beautiful job on that three-pointer. Plus, she was also wide open.
Not sure what happened there, but Vanarath was rushing down the court, but she lost the ball and it went out of bounds, going back into Henley's favor. Henley again rushing down the court, trying to find an opening inside the paint. And there's that opening, passes it inside, and number 15, Michaela Schroeder, put that up, being her first points of the night. KU 2, Henley 9. KU getting an opportunity to rush down the court. trying to find an opening to tighten the gap between the score here. Ball is lost in a pass, but there was a little tumble, but KU eventually recovered the ball, and looks like there was a call by the ref or a timeout.
I hope that Coach Nahar made a call timeout on that. It is a timeout by KU, and at this point, I hope that Coach Nahar talks to the players. He needs to let them know that those passes need to be a little bit more secure and more precise. The score right now, 5 minutes. We still have 5 minutes 40 seconds. KU 2 and Henley 9.
Henley back out on the court, ready for some play, but let's see where KU comes out. They're getting a longer talk by the coach. Let's see what the coach mixes up in this next part of the first quarter.
Well, I think they just need to take care of the ball a little bit more and just be a little bit more precise in the passing. That will help them a lot.
It's the passing and then also the defense. They got to make sure that Henley does not get inside the paint, because that is where their scoring comes from. And looks like, I think Barton stepped out of bounds and the ball goes over to Henley. Henley taking it down the court. Let's see if they go for it in the paint or go for another three-point shot. KU putting up tremendous defense, and the ball is passed inside the paint, and the shot is up but is recovered by KU. But it looks like there was a call by the ref. Yes, a foul call. Number 22 on Henley, Gretchen.
23.
23? Oh,
Yep.
sorry. Number 23.
Lisette,
We don't have a 23.
it's called on KU. That's a foul on KU.
Oh, yeah.
Lisette foul.
Yeah, Lisette Wata fouled, but the person shooting is
Oh.
number 22, Gretchen Shaney. Let's say
Shaney.
Shaney. Okay. KU getting right back at it, trying to rush down the court so they can get that opportunity to tighten the gap between the score. With a little over 5 minutes left. Ball knocked out of Armijo's hands, but is luckily recovered by Jimenez. Long pass into the paint. Shot is put up by, I believe that was Miller, but it didn't go in. And then Wata put it up and it didn't go in, but there is a call by the ref.
Yeah, that was a foul when she was trying to shoot, so she gets to try to 2 free throws, see if she can make them. The foul was on 22, Gretchen Shaney, for first foul.
First foul of the night. All right, first shot is up, and it bounces off the rim. Let's see what she can do with the second shot. Second shot is up and in. It's now KU with 3, Henley with 11. Henley rushing down the court. Trying again to get inside the paint. Long toss up, and it bounced off the backboard, but was recovered by Henley, who contested over the ball a little bit, keeps recovering it, but eventually is knocked out of bounds. I believe Henley got possession back 3 times during that play.
Yeah, KU needs to be a little bit more aggressive on those rebounds.
There's a long pass out, but passed back into the paint. Henley trying to find an opportunity to score here. There's the rush into the paint, and the ball goes up, and Henley makes another shot, but looks like there was a call beforehand, so
Yeah.
it does not count.
Yeah, she traveled a little bit there.
A little bit of travel.
Yeah, so that did not count.
I mean, what's a game without a little bit of travel? We always see that. Well, it looks like there was a long toss there, but I didn't quite see what happened. It went right out of frame.
It got caught, intercepted by Henley.
Oh, Armijo stealing the ball, rushing down the court, trying to get into the paint, trying to put the shot up, but just barely slips out of her hands and goes out of bounds.
Yeah, she was fouled on that one, so she'll get a try of 2 free throws. She can make it. Number 1, Kennedy Moden foul on that one. First foul.
First foul of the night. See what Armijo can do with these shots. First one up, and it goes in, bringing the score to 4 for KU. And looks like Henley just subbed in a bunch of their players.
In for Henley, 11 J.C. Ladner, and 12 Shadi Nevis.
Second shot is up, and she makes it, increasing the score to 5. KU with 5, Henley with 11, with a little over 4 seconds left on the clock. Sorry, 4 minutes. There was a shot up, but the ball was rebounded by Wata, and there was a little bit of a tumble over the ball, and she fell over. Let's see what the ref's call is for it. Looks like it's going to be KU's ball.
Yeah, that was a nice jump ball. They got it in there. Ref was paying attention. That was a good call. Let's see what they can do.
Tall pass to Armijo, and the ball slipped away from her and stolen by Henley. And it looks like KU is still going to have possession of the ball after that.
You know, Henley's doing a nice job doing full court press. So KU needs to be a little bit more patient and try and find that player where they're going to pass the ball.
Barton with the shot up. Doesn't quite make it. Rebounded by Wata, who puts the shot up, and then that's another 2 points for KU. That was a great play right there. KU got the ball. They just rushed down the court, and they were able to make playmaking happen, and that's how we get points. Bit of a tumble on the ground. Looks like number 3 on Henley, Preston Shade, fell over. But let's see what the ref's call is for this. Looks like it's going to be Henley's ball.
And we got a foul call on KU. Kaylin Vanerath, this is her second foul.
Not something you want to see starting in the first quarter. You don't want to see a lot of fouls on your players. I think that's what we saw during the Mazama game. The players were getting a lot of fouls in the first quarter, and then they were getting taken out in the fourth quarter when those fouls reached 5.
Yeah, in the Mazama play, Lisette was out in the first quarter with 3 fouls. Let's see if none of the KU players. So right now, Vanerath needs to be careful. She has 2. She cannot afford to get the third one.
Looks like Armijo was going down the court, but she stepped out of bounds, making Henley have possession of the ball. Henley trying to find their way to get inside the paint. Ball is passed inside. Shot is put up, goes over. Another shot attempt is made, goes back to Henley, and can't quite see who has the ball. Looks like KU recovered the ball. KU now going down the court, trying to find an opportunity to score here. Gets around the defense, but doesn't quite get it up there. Henley back around with the ball. Getting inside the paint, putting the layup, and does make it. Making the score 7-13. Henley with a 5-point lead. KU still with the ball. A rush to the paint by Barton, but the ball is knocked out and making it Henley's ball. I just like to say, compared to the last game versus Henley, a 5-point lead is actually quite an improvement compared to the last game.
Yeah, KU is actually doing a much better job on playing the defense, but they still need to be careful with those players like number 22, which has scored 4 points so far. So they need to keep track on like number 22, number 3, because they're the ones that are going to be scoring the points.
Looks like there was a shot attempt made by Henley, but the ball didn't get there, and so KU recovered the ball, but there was a little tumble for the ball, and it is going to be Henley's ball.
So we have a base throw in by Henley, and see what they do, what kind of a plays. See, and that's what I'm trying to let you know. KU really need to make the rebound on those shots. They cannot allow Henley to rebound the ball 3 times.
Looks like there was a pass down the court, but the ball was stolen by Henley, but the ref called it so that it will be in KU's favor, KU still having the ball. Also, just KU, they need to either get those rebounds when the shot is put up and they miss it, or they just need to have more defense in the paint, because Henley's looks like the ball was passed inside and bounced off one of the players' foots going out of bounds, making it Henley's ball. But as I was saying, KU needs to lock in their defense in the paint, because that's, I think, all of Henley's points have come from the paint so far besides that 1 3-pointer.
Yeah, they're really looking to see the weaknesses, KU weaknesses, and they are pushing the ball, and they are rebounding that ball at least 3 times. Every play that they have gone down there, they have chances of rebounding 2 times, but most of the time it's 3 times.
Yeah, there was what I was talking about, is that Henley is just able to get the ball back and they're able to put it back up. KU just needs to really get inside the paint and make an attempt to get those rebounds when the opportunity does present itself.
And there was a foul call on player number 4, Lily Fossil. First foul.
KU having an opportunity to score here inside the paint. Wata throws the ball up, but it is recovered by Henley. Henley trying to make an opportunity to score here with 1:30 left in the first quarter. Let's see what they can do with it. There was one of those passes inside the paint, but little miscommunication, and it goes ahead of them, and it goes out of bounds, being KU's ball, giving KU a good opportunity here to get down the court and to score in their favor.
Well, that's going to be a little bit tough because Henley is doing full court press, and they're doing a very good job on covering the players.
We did score there, but our camera didn't pan over, so I didn't see who scored. But that was a great play that was there. Anissa Jimenez, she threw the ball down the court and just a long toss, and we were able to rush down the court and make a shot, which added it to the score for us. But it's only a 10-point gap right now. And I believe that is number 10 on Henley. Sinai Campos is now shooting for 3 points. Sorry, free throw shots.
And we had a foul on one of KU's players, 25, Anissa Jimenez. That is her first foul.
KU taking the ball down the court. Tossed to Armijo in the paint, but the ball was knocked out of her hands, going out of bounds.
It is KU's ball on the
Still
baseline. Let's see what they can do. Let's see if they have a nice play to score. They really need this 2 points to get closer on that lead that Henley has.
And there was another pass hitting one of the players' feet and going out of bounds.
You know, this is like the second or third pass that they have done that where they hit the
I believe
feet.
it is the second pass. Henley with the ball miscommunication and stolen by Armijo. Armijo trying to find her way down the court to make an opportunity to score here. Passes it out to Barton, who goes for the shot, but is blocked by number 4 on Henley, Lily Fussell.
We have 36 seconds left. The score right now, KU is 9, Henley 20.
Ball stolen by Henley on the pass in. Henley rushing down the court, trying to get inside the paint. Shot is up, but it's knocked off the bottom of the backboard. Miller rushing down the court, and the ball is passed to Armijo. Armijo trying to pass it in the paint. Looks like the ball went a little to the right and went out of bounds.
It is Henley's ball, and it looks like KU is going to do some full court pressing. Let's see if they can slow down Henley for a while.
Is that their first time doing that tonight?
Yeah. 11 seconds left. KU's ball, and Henley is doing a full court press, so they're going to try to slow down KU from moving forward.
Looks like when KU does a full court press, they're able to get the ball back, and looks like the ball was thrown out of bounds upon the pass in. We have 11.1 seconds left on the clock. KU with 9 and Henley with 20. That's kind of interesting. We have 11 seconds left, and the gap between the points is 11. And .1, it's the first quarter. So
that is a very nice narrative on that one.
And the shot is up, and Henley scores another, adding an extra 2 points. And let's see what they can do in the end. And that's the end of the first quarter. KU with 9, Henley with 22. And now the coaches get to sit down and talk with them and see what they can improve upon when it comes to game style.
Well, I hope that Coach Nehart kind of analyzes what's going on. So far, from what we've been seeing, is the rebounding. So defense is kind of KU's doing a good kind of a job on the defense, but it's the rebounding that they need to work on. So they need not to let Henley rebound 3 times, 2 times, and get the ball and of course shoot again. The other thing is that the KU needs to work on is they really need to take their time in making those passes.
Yeah, I believe there was a couple times there when the shot was put up by Henley, but it didn't get there, and there was rebounds in progress, but KU just couldn't rebound it, and Henley was able to get it like 3 times.
So you've seen the score right now, KU 9 and Henley 22. And you also saw the last game where KU played at Henley. How is the game comparison at this point?
So I think what we started off with was good and strong. When it came to that game, it was KU was kind of lagging behind from the beginning. And they kind of started that way, but it was much stronger play. But right now it's getting close to that point, especially with this now 13-point lead by Henley. It's almost comparing to what the last game at Henley was, but let's hope we don't get to that point.
Well, let's see if Coach Nehart talked to them and they can do some improvements, especially on those passes. And like I mentioned, you will pay for any time you do bad passes. You most likely, 80% of the time, you will pay for that.
Yeah, there was another one of those bad passes, but Henley did take it and rushed it down the court, but lost control of it, and it went out of bounds, going to KU's possession. KU now taking it down the court. Let's see what they can do with this opportunity here to score. Ball's knocked out of bounds by Henley. We could very clearly see that. And, I mean, with all these opportunities, I believe KU has had a couple times where Henley's just knocking the ball out. That gives KU kind of an opportunity to readjust and be like, we are here, and the other players are over here, so we can make this play happen.
Yes, and you notice that Henley is doing a nice job stopping KU from going into the paint or doing anything. But they do get their chances, and I'm hoping that they take those chances, like on this one.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Wata, and she added another 2 points to KU's score. There we get almost there. Henley rushed into the paint but lost control of the ball, but the ball was shot up, and it went in, but then Henley recovered it for a second, but they lost the ball again. That was kind of an interesting play.
Yes.
They rebounded it off their own shot. Oh. Ball was stolen by, I believe that's Cammie Hall, number 3. But to no effort because KU missed the shot, Henley getting it back. Wata rushing down the court. Trying to find an opportunity to get the ball inside the paint, because that's where a majority of shots have been made. But no, bad pass, and Henley steals the ball. Going for the layup. Doesn't quite get there, but rebounded by Henley. And it goes up, but doesn't get there. Rebounded again, and they finally got the shot up. I believe that is probably like the 4th time that that's happened.
Well, as you see, like I mentioned, in every play, Henley is rebounding the ball minimum twice, and then allowing them to rebound 3 times. At the 3rd time, Henley is scoring most of the time.
Yeah, it's usually that 3rd time, because the first time it'll be a missed shot, and then it's recovered, missed again, and then recovered, and the shot is made. And then also Henley has had great defense when it comes to swatting balls out of the air. I've seen that a couple times. Can't see quite what's happening. Looks like Henley stole the ball, going for a rush down the court, going for the layup, and makes it, adding even more score to Henley's score.
Yeah, and she was fouled, so she gets a chance, number 22, Gretchen Cheney. She gets a chance to score at the 3rd point here. Let's see if she can do it. I think she's pretty good at shooting, because she's leading Henley right now, and she's probably pretty good at free throws.
Isabella Armijo did the foul, and that's her first foul of the night. Looked away for 1 second, didn't quite see what happened. But it looks like Henley's going to still have the ball.
That was another foul call on Anissa Jimenez. This is her 2nd foul.
Henley passing in, trying to find an opportunity to get around KU's defense. And there they go, passing inside the paint, putting the ball up and making another shot. That's just been a big thing this game, is that Henley has been able to get inside the paint and make these shots pretty much uncontested. And that's something that KU needs to recognize and go after.
Yeah, they need to recognize that the Henley is going to go give the ball to their shooters. And the shooters are doing a nice job on that. And also, being careful on those passes.
Yeah, I believe there was a couple times that the ball was thrown in and it hit someone's toe and it went out of bounds, or just bad passes between players and Henley is stealing it. So that's something KU really needs to watch out for. Ball stolen again by Henley, who's rushing down the court, probably going to go for a layup, and there it is, and adding another 2 points to to Henley's score. Sorry about that. Ball pass into Armijo, who's in the paint. Tries passing it over, but little miscommunication and wasn't quite there, the other player. Henley getting possession of the ball again. .21 lead. Not the worst, but not the best, I would say. So, and they're going for another shot. It goes in, but out, and is recovered by Armijo in the paint. Let's see what KU can do with this opportunity to score here. Passing it over to, is it Jimenez or Jimenez?
Jimenez.
Jimenez? Okay, Jimenez. And the ball was knocked out of bounds, being Henley's ball. Again. Henley taking their time to go down the court, see if they're going to go for the opportunity just to kind of waste time while also making plays, or if they're going to keep rushing it.
Well, I know they're going to keep doing full court pressure. This is kind of throwing off KU a little bit, making those passes, and of course turning the ball into Henley's hand.
Yeah, there was another one of those long passes, and looks like Henley actually got the best of it this time, stealing it and making a shot from inside the paint. KU's just got to watch out for definitely number 15, Michaela Schroeder. She's been able to just get in the paint and just consistently make shots. Or if not, put the ball up and then someone else rebounds it and makes the shot.
Yeah. Well, let's see if KU's going to work the ball a little bit and see if they can do something in this play. But
looks like there was a timeout called. See what the coaches discuss with their players for this next little bit left in the first half.
Well, Henley definitely is doing a great job, you know, stealing the ball like crazy. I mean, every chance that they can get, and of course, making KU pay for those passes. Every time KU makes a bad pass, and like I have mentioned, 80% of the time the other team will score. So KU really needs to pay attention on those passes, and also they need to rebound the ball.
Yeah, all those things are just critical for KU right now, because their mistakes are costing them points and time. Because right now we only have 3 minutes, 50 seconds left in the second quarter. And, you know, time is points, as they say in the basketball game, I think.
Yeah, and they also, depending on what Coach Nehar is going to do, they also need to keep an eye on number 22, also number 15, and number 3. Those are the top 3 scorers for Henley. They need to do something to kind of slow them down or stop them, play some good defense, either if they're going to play a zone or man-to-man, but they need to do something to stop them.
Yeah, those players have just been getting inside the paint and consistently making shots, which makes them a very big threat for KU. KU starting out with the ball, passing it into the paint to Armijo. Passing out, going for the shot. Not quite there, rebounded by Henley. Henley taking it down the court. And it looks like I was wrong earlier. Henley is going to rush down the court. Another three-point shot attempt and makes it from deep. Couldn't quite see who the player was who made that. Did you see?
Senia Campos, number 10.
Number 10, okay. I believe that's our second three-pointer of the night.
Yes.
Long pass over to the other side of the court. And looks like there was a shot attempt, but the shot goes up and does not make it. Henley recovering the ball. Let's see if they rush into the paint here. There you go. Throwing into the paint and shot made by number 4, Lily Fussell. Another one of those long tosses over. Almost, and it was stolen by Henley. Henley passing into the paint and the shot goes up, but there was a call by the ref. Let's see what the ref calls. Looks like it's going to be KU's ball.
You know, well, there's another timeout call. I'm hoping that Coach Nahar needs to do something. You know, those long passes only work once or twice. The other players will catch on really fast. And if you continue trying to make those long passes, you're going to fail most of the time.
I don't know if you saw, but I think I just saw Mr. President walk down the court. That was interesting to see. Glad he's here for the game.
Well, we get to enjoy the game. We get to see our players, what improvements they have made, and of course, if they're going to slow down Henley in the second half. So far, in the second quarter, we have 2 minutes, 53 seconds left. KU, 11 points. Henley, 39 points. Their lead is increasing really fast.
Yeah, 28-point lead. So KU's got to watch out for that. It's getting a little close to how it was last game at Henley. But you know what? I'm positive. I believe KU can recover from this. I'm going to be positive.
Yes, but I hope that, we are positive. I'm positive too. But I want the players to be confident and positive that they can actually do it and actually start scoring.
Yeah, I'll be positive, but I'll say positivity and change also has to come with change.
Yes.
So change of play style on the court, let's say. Looks like open shot from the corner, not quite there, recovered by KU. I believe that's the third three-point attempt from Henley, but that one didn't quite go in.
Yeah, but they have made 2, so they're pretty good, 2 out of 3.
Also, that shows they've made 6 points from three-pointers. The other 33 have been from just getting inside the paint. But it looks like KU scored another 2 points. Glad for that, putting the score now to 13. Henley now with the ball, trying to find an opportunity to score inside the paint. And number 4, Lily Fussell on Henley, does get around our players and is able to make another point for Henley. I keep mixing them up.
Yeah, you do keep messing it
know.
up. You know,
I'm speaking too fast.
You know, one team is yellow, right? And the other one is white. Okay.
Can I just call them both KU? Maybe that'll work. No, we're not going to do that. Ball stolen by Henley, but looks like there was a call by the ref. Let's see what the ref calls.
Well, it is a foul on number 1. That is the first foul, so that is going to be Shania Barton.
Yeah, it's going to be Henley's ball. And wish our camera was off to the side. But, beggars can't be choosers. There we go. Looks like a three-point shot attempt was attempted, but the ball didn't quite get there. But the ball was knocked inbounds from out of bounds, but it was stolen by KU. There was a good pass in to Wata, and she goes up and is knocked to the ground.
She was fouled, so she gets a chance to shoot 2, and she was fouled by number 4, Lily Fussell, and this is her second foul.
First shot goes up. Not quite there. Let's see what she does with the second one. Second shot is up. And that's another point for KU. With a little over a minute left on the clock in this first half. It looks like Henley scored again, so let me do my math again. 39 points. Sorry, 29 points ahead. KU with 14, Henley with 43. There we go. Long pass inside, got by Arbijo, but the ball's knocked out of bounds. I believe it's still going to be KU's ball. Yes, it is. Knocked out of bounds by a Henley player. Let's see what KU could do with this last 45 seconds in the first half of the game. Looks like there was a bad pass, but was luckily recovered. Passing inside the paint to Wata. Wata puts it up, but it doesn't quite get there. There's a call by the ref. Looks like it's going to be a foul.
So Wata gets another chance to go shoot some free throws. Let's see if she can make both of them. This foul is called number 1. Player 1 from Henley, Kennedy Modin, and this is her second foul.
First one is up and is good. Second one is up, and it's also good, making the score now 16-43. Long pass by Henley, trying to get inside the paint to score. Layup is good, adding another 2 points to Henley's score. Ball almost stolen by Henley, but the ball was knocked out of bounds, making it still KU's ball. With a little bit under 20 seconds left. Let's see if KU can score with this last 20 seconds left. Ball passed in, rush to the paint, but the ball doesn't quite get there. Stolen by Henley. Henley rushing down the court, trying to find an opportunity to score. Ball stolen by Miller. Taken down the court by Armijo. Armijo putting it up, and not quite there. Stolen by Henley again. And that is the end of the first half of the game. KU with 16, Henley with 45.
And that was an interesting half to watch. I mean, the lead just kept increasing a little bit at a time. I'm hoping that, some talking goes by, maybe some suggestions that the coach gets to offer to the girls so they can do a little bit better in the second half.
Yeah, I can hear the band outside of our room. They're playing the drums over there. It looks like they're about to come down to the court and play a little bit of a jam. Or a couple jams. I don't know exactly what they do. But it has been an exciting first half so far. But I will comment and say that this game is looking scarily close to what happened last time we played. But, I think we're going to get over the threshold of what we scored during that game. So there is improvement there, and it's definitely a lower gap. But I'm just excited to see what happens in the second half. But we're going to go off for a little bit. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be back in 9 minutes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll be back with you. And we are back for the second half. And I'm hoping, Elias, I'm hoping that Coach Nahar talked to the players a little bit. Maybe they can improve on their passing, their rebounding the ball, and they can go out strong in the second half. And maybe we can cut the lead that Henley has at this point.
Yeah, it is a 29-point lead, and that's something KU really needs to worry about. But let's just hope during this half that Coach Nahar had a very productive talk with the players, and they understand this is the things that we're letting slip, and that's what we need to focus on.
They're doing a great job, they're doing a lot better than they did against Masama on the shooting. So I hope they can keep that up.
There was another three-point shot attempt by Henley, but it didn't quite go in. Rebounded by Vanarath, who's taking it down the court, trying to find an opportunity to get inside the paint. I haven't really seen KU attempt three-pointer shots. It's more of just like, really from both teams, is they're just trying to get in the paint and just trying to score. They don't want to make those attempts from far away from the basket.
Well, I do understand them trying to work the ball down into the paint, trying to score close. But if that is not working, they need to try something else. This is the second half. They already went through the first half. They saw it's not working, so they need to change something.
I did see they kind of improved upon, KU kind of improved upon getting people under the basket to rebound, but they're just not getting the rebounds yet. But that's something they're probably going to work on. Looks like someone fell. Is that?
I
believe that's Wata, Lisette Wata.
Yep, that is Wata. I think she was fouled, or
yeah, it looks like
she was
fouled by Lily Fussell, number 4.
And that is Lily's number 3. So she needs to be careful at this. This is too early to have 3 fouls.
Yeah, not something you really want to see. Miller getting the open opportunity to score, and she does get it, adding another 2 points to KU score. Rush in from Henley. Shot is up, and shot is made. KU not really rushing down the court. At least they're taking their time trying to find that opportunity to get there and to be able to score. Looks like Armijo trying to get inside the paint, but passes it out to Vanarath, who goes for the three-point shot and doesn't quite get there and is rebounded by Henley. And not quite sure what happened, but there was a call by the ref. Looks like there was a foul.
That was a foul on Kaylin Vanarath. This is her 3rd foul.
3rd foul. Again, that's not something you want to see, especially in the beginning of the 3rd quarter, because if you foul out your good players, then what do you have left? First shot is up and makes it, putting Henley now at 50. See if they can get to 51.
Well, she made the first one. We haven't seen her, JC, we haven't seen her shoot that much.
Second one doesn't quite get there, but is at least rebounded by KU. Glad to see that. And ball being taken down the court by Jimenez and passed out to, I believe that's Peterson. I don't think she's on her. Yeah, I believe that's Peterson. And shot up by Armijo, but is rebounded by Wata, but she loses it, and a couple of players jump on top of the ball. Looks like it's still going to be KU's ball.
I'm kind of glad to see Claire back in there. She is Claire Peterson. She did a great job against Masama. I'm hoping that she has the energy to do a great job in this game also.
And there was one of those passes that you just really can't have, and KU almost lost that ball, but luckily they got it back. And also, earlier I made a statement saying that KU didn't have any freshmen on the team, but we have Claire Peterson, so we're good. Armijo trying to get inside the paint, puts the shot up, rebounded by Miller, who puts it up and scores for us. So that's what we wanted to see earlier. We wanted to see our players underneath the basket and able to rebound those balls and get us points. So I'm just glad to see that. That's something KU is improving upon in this second half.
Yes, I'm hoping that they continue that, working as a team, seeing where the players are, having a vision open, and seeing where and making those passes better than what they've been doing.
Yep. Henley going down the court with the ball. KU putting up better defense this second half, I would say. Shot attempt is up, but not quite there. Rebounded and put up. Again, number 15 on Henley Michaela Schroeder, that's just someone you got to watch out for, especially inside the paint. Armijo passing to Peterson. Armijo going for the shot in the paint, and it is up, getting us some more points. Putting us up to, oh, it looks like one of the players fell. Ref's call, still going to be KU's ball. Okay.
That was a beautiful stop then. You know, I think this is, if KU continues this, you know, it is not so bad. Henley scores, KU scores, Henley scores, KU scores. That is kind of the momentum it should be instead of having one side scoring all the time.
I'm just glad to see that KU is able to get underneath the basket and rebound their shot attempts that aren't quite there. And that's just something they're improving upon this game. And also their ability to get inside the paint they're improving upon. Looks like there was a shove there by number 3. See what the call is.
Actually, the call was on Claire, our player, KU player, number 11. She was blocking.
She was blocking, okay.
This is her first foul.
Got to get my terms right. Looks like there was a bad pass over to Miller, but it went out of bounds.
I think Henley kind of lay back off a little bit. Where were the players? Usually they're full court pressing.
I think Henley now just saying what KU has, being able to get inside the paint, as just trying to keep their defense mainly down the court instead of with their full court press. Going to be Henley's ball.
Okay, players are coming back. KU is doing a full court press. Slow. I hope they can slow Henley down a little bit.
Henley just charging in, trying to get a shot up, and is recovered, but not quite there. But that was one of those things we talked about where Henley was able to recover the ball almost 3 times, and that's just something KU needs to watch out for.
Yeah, and we got a foul call on Miller, number 10. This is her first foul.
First foul of the night.
Do we have number 15 shooting free throws?
Yes, we do. I believe that's the first time this game. First one is up, and it is made. Let's see what she does with the second one.
You know, she is a very good shooter. She's the one that's been making the points lately, and then the free throws right now.
Do you have how many points she scored so far?
So far, she makes this one. That would be 10.
And there is 10. Okay. Is she their top scorer or no?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she has taken the lead from the other players. So she is scoring 10 points. So they need to kind of keep an eye on her.
Peterson making her way around the defense, puts the shot up, but it bounces off, but it is recovered by Wata, who puts the shot up and adds another 2 points to KU score.
Yeah, with that, Wata has 8 points right now. She is, well, she's kind of a little bit slow in this game, but she's doing her job. At least she has 8 points at this point in time in the third quarter.
And she's not fouling out, so that's good. We're keeping our players.
Okay, we got a foul call on this one. Number 12 sent her a free throw. You know, that foul was called on Wata. I didn't really see it as a fault, but hey, it's the ref. They wants to make the calls.
Yeah, I didn't actually quite see what happened there, but looks like we're getting some subs in for KU.
And the score right now, 3 minutes, 47 seconds. KU 24 and Henley 56.
Second shot up doesn't get there, but is rebounded by number 15, Michaela Schroeder, and she puts the ball up, adding to more score. And again, that's just something KU needs to watch out for, is the rebounds. They got to get ahead of it. And looks like there was a throw in, but the ball went out, rolled away, and looks like KU did get the ball back. Glad to see that. Pass inside the paint to Wata. Looks like the ball was hit from behind her and went a little bit out of bounds. It looks like that's going to be a foul. Let's see who actually caused the foul. Number 12.
Wata is shooting free throws. Right now, she has 8 points. If she can make this free throws, her score will go up to 10. Let's see what she can do.
There's the first one. Second one is up. Not quite there, but the ball is recovered by KU. Shot attempt was blocked. Henley rushing down the court, trying to find an opportunity to get inside the paint and score. There's the opportunity, going for it. Ball's up, but is recovered by KU. KU rushing down the court now. Ball knocked around a little bit and is stolen by Henley. Let's see what Henley does. Henley try to make their way inside the paint, but there it is, jump shot, and the shot is up, adding another 2 points to Henley's score. Score is currently 25 KU, 60 Henley, with a little bit over 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Heavy defense from Henley, and KU loses the ball there a little bit. And
we have a foul.
Yeah, sorry, I was about to say, it looks like there's a foul.
Yeah, the foul is called number 15, Michaela. This is her second foul. Well, she's doing pretty good at making the shots, free throws, and that. But she's also accumulating those fouls. She needs to be careful at this point.
Well, it looks like a turnover.
Yeah, I think that was more than 5 seconds. So they went over 5 seconds, and of course the ball now belongs to Henley.
Henley charging down the court, trying to get past KU's defense to score. Passing out, and looks like a travel, I believe.
That was a travel, so
okay.
It is a good for KU. Let's see if KU can take the ball down and score some points. We have 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in the third quarter.
Ball being taken down by KU. KU trying to find a way to pass into the paint. Pass to Wata. Wata throws it up, and ball, a little bit of a scruffle there, but it went out of bounds in KU's favor, so KU gets the ball back. Excited to see that KU is getting the ball back when it comes to these rebounds. Shot is put up by Wata, and she does make it, increasing KU's score to 27. Henley trying to find a way to get inside the paint, because I'm going to assume that both teams have kind of ruled out three-point shots from what they want to do. Have you noticed
I think
that?
so. Yes,
Yeah.
I think they're not gonna try the 3 points because they are being guarded pretty well up on the 3-point line. We have a foul call on. Well, this is our fourth foul call on Kaylin Banera. She, at this point, she needs to be careful. Coach, I'm thinking that Coach Nahar is going to pull her out for a while and send somebody else in.
Yeah, one more foul and she's out for the game, and we'll just see if the coach pulls her out or not.
Sanaya Campos shoots the second. She misses. She did make the first one. So at this point, we have KU with 27 points and Henley 61 points. We have 1 minute and 40 seconds left.
The last play, there was a long toss down the court, but the ball was lost between the toss, and it went out of bounds. Henley with possession of the ball, rushing down the court, trying to find an opportunity to get inside the paint. There was the opportunity, and the shot is up, increasing their score to 63.
You know, Henley number 10 is also doing a good job of getting in there, rushing and scoring the points.
Wata getting inside the paint, trying to find an opportunity, but not quite there. I've noticed, especially key players inside the paint for our team have been Armijo and Wata have both been getting in there and just going for these shot attempts and making it sometimes, and then sometimes not, but you know, that's life.
You know, at this point, from what I'm seeing is every time Wata gets the ball, almost every time she gets the ball, she's going to be fouled. So if I was the team they have right now, is just get the ball to Wata, and she can go for it. It's going to be foul almost every time.
And she made both her free throw shots. There we go.
And at this point, Wata has 13 points in the game.
KU trying to find an opportunity to get inside the paint here to score. And not quite there. Looks like there was a travel call, and it's going to be in KU's favor. KU in possession of the ball. A little bit under a minute left in this first quarter. Let's see if KU can make some opportunities here to make some points. Henley upkeeping their defense. Looks like there's an opening in the defense, but passing into Wata. Wata trying to go for the shot. Not quite there, and is knocked down.
She is doing a good job. She is trying, getting the ball in there, and I'm hoping that she will keep doing that throughout the rest of the game.
I mean, if you can't score, the best thing you could get is fouls. If you're having a hard time scoring, the best thing you can get is fouls.
Yeah, and so far she's been getting fouls. She's been making those foul shots, and of course the score keeps climbing up.
Henley heavily defended, putting the ball up, but it doesn't quite get there, but is rebounded, and the ball does go up. I believe that shot was from Shoshani Papas, number 12. KU trying to get past Henley's heavy defense. Trying to find a way to get inside the paint. Pass inside the paint. Shot is up, but looks like there was a foul by the ref before the shot could be made. Looks like there was a foul.
Yes, this is a foul on Henley's second foul on number 10, Sanaya Campos. And of course, our players, KU gets a chance for 2 shots. Let's see if she can make them.
First one not quite there, but still another opportunity to score.
And we do have 2.9 seconds left.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. It's interesting. Second one is up and not quite there. It looks like the ball is thrown inbounds. And that is the end of the third quarter. KU with 29, Henley with 65. Just some quick math here.
36.
36. Okay, 36-point difference. So, yeah, not quite as bad as our last game against Henley. Definitely an improvement.
There is definitely an improvement, and what we know at this point, entering the fourth quarter, if the opponent team or any team is winning by 30 points, we will be running that clock down nonstop, unless of course there's an injury or a time out call. So let's see what Nahar can do if they can actually narrow the lead that Henley has right now. Or I'm kind of hoping, or maybe how teams play, Henley is going to substitute all the top players with their under players to see what they can do.
Yeah, that's what we noticed with Mizama. They subbed in all of their lower players in for majority of the fourth quarter, and then they subbed in their good players towards the end. Let's see if if Henley does that, but it doesn't look like they're going to. They're keeping their starters out. I believe that's the starting lineup they had when the game started. Henley with possession of the ball, trying to find an opportunity to get inside the paint, but very heavy defense from KU here, not letting number 15 get inside the paint. Looks like it's still going to be Henley's ball with a foul, but honestly, that's an improvement. That was some pretty heavy defense by KU, not allowing Henley to get inside the paint and make those shots.
Yes, I do like it, and even though the foul was made by Armijo, this is her second foul, she did a very nice job trying to stop the play.
And another shot by number 15, Michaela Schroeder on Henley, and the shot is up and made. KU trying to find an opportunity to just get down the court and get inside the paint. Passes to Armijo in the paint. Shot is up, but not quite there. Recovered by Henley. Henley now rushing down the court, trying to make more plays with this last quarter. Pass into the paint. Shot is up, and it is made.
She is just on fire, isn't she? Number 15 is just scoring left and right. So,
That's the top scorer for Henley, right?
yes, she is at this point the top scorer. You know, she was out for, I think she was relaxing for the first quarter, second quarter. And we have a three-pointer.
I believe that was by number 10, Uriah Miller. First three-pointer of the night, and I think KU's first three-pointer of the night.
Yes.
There was a three-point attempt by Henley. Didn't quite get there, but recovered by Henley. And let's see what they do with the ball. Charging into the paint, trying to get an opportunity to score. It is luckily recovered by KU. KU now having to get past Henley's defense down at the bottom of the court. Shot attempt is up, but not quite there. Recovered by Henley. Henley with a long pass down the court. Are they going to do another three-point attempt? Nope, but there is another shot made, putting them in the 70s now.
You know, they keep scoring, coming in, keep scoring. So, and of course, KU is doing a much better on defense. They need to avoid those passes right there because they're gonna lose it every time.
Yeah, I haven't seen it as much in the second half, but definitely in the first half, it was passes where Henley was able to just get the ball away from KU. It's definitely what killed them in the first half. And another ball stolen, but looks like there was a call by the ref, so going to be a timeout.
So we have a timeout at 5 minutes and 29 seconds left in the game. KU right now with 32 points and Henley with 73 points.
Yeah, I believe that's a 49-point difference. Am I correct on that?
Oh, you want me to do the math?
No, I did the math. I'm just wanting you to double check.
That is
Okay, I just had to make sure. Because I keep doing the quick math, and then I'm like, oh, is that correct?
See, yeah, that it is correct. They're ahead by 41 points.
You are the math teacher, after all.
That is true. I almost forgot about that. That's okay. We can do the math together.
Math teacher by day, sports broadcaster by night.
You know, all of those things that I get a chance to do and have some fun. Well, we are back. We are at 5 minutes, 29 seconds left. Let's see what KU can do in this time left that we have. They've been doing a lot better job in the fourth quarter, third quarter, in their defense, rebounding, rushing, and of course scoring also. We have even seen them attempt a three-point, and they made it.
First three-pointer of the night for KU, and they did make it. I wonder if they'll attempt any more. We'll see.
I'm hoping that they do. You know, they're 5 minutes. They're behind a lot. So why not? If they have the chance, if they get the chance to do it.
Shot up by Miller. Not quite there, but the ball's recovered by Henley. Honestly, when you see a three-pointer go off, either during the game or down here at the studio, it's just like excitement kind of builds up because you see the ball goes up and then down, and you know if they make it or not. Kind of an excitement.
That is also, you know, it catches the eye of everybody. Over there, the fans with us, and if they make it, of course, it's very exciting. We do have another foul by Claire Peterson. This is her second. And, of course, Sanaya Campos goes to the free throw line, and she is good at the free throw line.
And then also Vanerath is back out on the court. I believe she has 4 fouls. So if she gets another one during the next 5 minutes of the game, then she's out for the game. KU coming down the court with the ball, trying to get past Henley's defense and get in the paint to score. And called by the ref, looks like it was a turnover. Going to be Henley's ball. Henley rushing down the court, going for the three-point shot, but not quite there. Rebounded by KU, more specifically Vanerath. KU taking the ball down the court. Trying to find an opportunity to get inside the paint. Pass to Wata, but looks like there was a call by the ref. Let's see what the ref called. Looks like there's going to be a foul.
Holding foul.
Holding foul, all right.
Yep, and this one is going to be called against Henley, number 11.
Couple subs going in for KU. KU with possession of the ball. Passes to Wata in the paint. She puts the ball up and makes it. See, that's the kind of plays we want to see. Getting our players down in the paint and just putting the ball up and just being able to make it. Long pass over to Henley, and Henley makes the ball. I believe that was number 24.
Yep.
Brooklyn Conrad. Is that her first points of the night? I haven't seen her yet.
That is her first points of the night.
Can't quite see what's happening, but saw a couple people on the ground. Looks like there was a tumble for the ball, and I believe it's going to be Henley's ball, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, going to be Henley's ball. Looks like it was a turnover, I believe. That's the right word, turnover.
Yep, it's a turnover for in favor of Henley. Let's see if they can stop him on here and actually go back. I cannot see.
Yeah,
Oh.
I believe Henley passed it into the paint, and then the ball was knocked off the board. Stolen by Wata. Wata putting the ball up. Not quite there, but rebounded by Wata. Throws it out, but looks like there was a traveling call. Turnover in favor of Henley.
And we have 2 minutes, 25 seconds left. KU 34 and Henley 77. That is a lead of 43 points.
I believe KU just subbed out pretty much their whole team. Henley now rushing down the court. Trying to find an opportunity. Goes for the three-point shot and not quite there. Ball is recovered. Yeah, it doesn't look like we have any starters on the court for KU.
And that is good. I mean, at this point, with a couple minutes left in the game, I'm glad that Coach Neichart decided to give his players a chance to go out there and play in a varsity game.
I mean, yeah, even if you can't win the game, you can still have fun playing it. You can still have the experience. Henley with the ball. Trying to rush down the court. Long pass over. And looks like the ball was knocked out of bounds. Let's see in favor of which team. Going to be in favor of Henley.
I think both teams took out their starters and their top players.
I believe so.
This, I mean, I'm seeing a lot of the new players also for Henley, and that gives them a nice chance to actually compete each other.
Yeah, I believe there was a traveling call with a little bit under a minute left in this game. Ball almost stolen by Henley, but recovered. KU trying to find a way to get inside the paint to make those shots. Ball is up. And not quite there. Stolen by Henley. Long toss to who knows where. Up, and there we go. And someone gets hit in the face.
I think one of our players tried to get the ball back in and accidentally hit the Henley player on the head, knocking the ball out.
I do believe that is what happened.
15 seconds left.
15.
Let's see what KU can they put the last shot up and make it.
KU tried to go for the shot attempt, but it looks like the ball was blocked a little bit and fumbled. Shot attempt up, not quite there. A little bit, 1 second left, and nope, there's the game.
That is the game.
That is, in fact, the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the game, we have KU with 34 points and Henley with 77 points. You know, it was a lot better second half that we saw coming back with KU.
Yeah, I believe also when it comes to the score difference, right then at the end it was 34, but beforehand it was 36, so at least we got up there a little bit.
Yes, and of course the lead that Henley took out of that one was 43 points, 34 to 77. I think they did a much better job, like you were mentioning, when they play at actually at Henley.
Can I say the score of
yes.
the game? Okay, so last game at Henley when we played, it was 17 to 86. The girls lost by 69 points, but now we lost by 43, and that's honestly a huge difference compared to what we had. And also the amount of points we did score was way higher. And also in the second half, it looks like there was a much better performance, especially with when it came to passing and not getting the ball stolen, getting under the basket and making the rebounds, and then also just playmaking, getting inside the paint and making those shots.
Yeah, in the second half, it was like 1-1. Henley would score, KU will score, and it was a much different game than the first half.
Very different.
Yeah, and ladies and gentlemen, for next Friday, this Friday, we are going to, or KU is going to play against Phoenix here at home. So that's going to be another interesting game that we want to see.
Yeah, you could come down to Pell Court and watch it, or you could just watch it on the stream. We don't mind.
We don't mind. Either way, enjoy the game when we play it. But at this point, I think we're going to take a little break, Elias.
Before we go on a break, let's talk about scores. Who are the top scorers on both teams?
Well, the top scorers for Henley, which I was surprised, number 15, Michaela, actually, she scored 17 points. She started a little bit late scoring, but she was the top scorer for that one. Followed by Sanaya Campos, and then we had Gretchen that scored with about 8 points. In KU, of course, we have Lisette Wata with 15 points, followed by Miller, and then Armijo. And that is about our top scorers for this game.
All right, so we're going to be back in about 12 minutes for the boys' game. I'm excited to see what happens. We'll go over some of the stats of what happened last time they played Henley. And so we're going to take a break. We'll be back in a second.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you just join us for the girls' game, we're happy that you are joining us, and we'll see you next Friday. But if you're here for the boys, we will see you again in about 13 minutes.
Yep.
Again, all the art concession is available in Varsity. Also, friends, that the class of 26 employees having a number of fundraisers for their alcohol and drug-free senior celebration, including a big sale, and also 100 Super Bowl squares to be sold with a big payoff on Sunday. Get all the information on the squares and also on the big sale. It's all in Varsity. Families, please be responsible for your children. Keeping them with you during the days. Any families who do not keep track of their children may be asked to leave. The Skyline Conference and the Oregon School Activities Association take great pride in providing opportunities for all athletes to participate in a healthy and safe environment.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to KUTV. We are here at beautiful and shiny Pell Court. I'm Elias Soriano here with
Mr. Rico.
Oh, and it is going to be a very exciting game. KU boys varsity versus Henley.
And this is going to be an exciting game that we are going to have because, man, we are close in ranking. KU right now is ranking number 19. And Henley is ranking number 21. So it's going to be an exciting game.
Yeah, last time the boys played Henley was actually at Henley, and we won by 11 points. It was 51-40, and I'm excited to see what KU has in store for today. But first, let's get to the rosters. First of all, for the KU boys, we have number 0, Landon Bogate, number 1, Nolan Baker, number 2, Tuko Saluskin, number 3, Tobias Thomas, and number 5, Tristan Klecker. Then we have number 10, Callahan Daniels, number 11, Tillman Kaufman, number 14, Reese Johnson, number 20, Nathan Ferns, number 24, Dallin Peterson, and number 33, Joaquin Saluskin. And then for the Henley boys, we have number 4, Corbin Hamilton, number 10, Reese Skimmerback, number 12, Rafael Pena, number 14, Mika Ibarra, number 20, Carson Seams, number 22, Jeremiah Brunick, number 32, Kai Taylor, number 34, Kai Montag, and number 44, Brody Fullerton. Should be an exciting game today. I'm excited to see. When I was last at Henley, it was an away game, and we tested out our new away system, which we're going to start using way more. But there we go. They're doing the national anthem now, so let's quiet down. Okay, speaking of the United States National Anthem, today's theme for KU is actually USA. So our students in the student section have brought their American pride, let's say, American pride, and dressed in red, white, and blue.
Oh, that is why I am seeing the hats with the stars, the flag design, and all that stuff. Well, I'm hoping that they get to enjoy the game as we are going to enjoy this game. Watching KU battling against Henley. And like you mentioned, actually, 11 points is not that bad of a lead, but it's also pretty close in depending on the situation and whoever makes a mistake.
Also, that's why we saw Mr. President earlier, because it's USA.
That's why.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you knew.
I did not pay attention. I did not know. But now I understand.
Yeah, they are now announcing the players for Henley, and now they're going to do KU. But let's talk a little bit about Henley and KU, kind of a crosstown rivalry. And just last game, we already talked about this, but for those who are new, it was 51-40, 11-point difference. And I'm just excited to see what they do now that we are on our home turf instead of theirs.
When you saw the game last time when they played at Henley, what can you tell me about their defense, rebound, and all that?
I think when it came to the Henley game, both teams were more focused on three-pointers. There was a lot of three-pointers shot out there. And then also, defense was pretty good on both sides. That's why it was like such a low score and such a tight gap. But Honestly, it's been a little bit, so I can't quite remember everything that happened, but I will say that they were very focused on shooting outside the paint.
So basically, the three-pointers, they were going for the three-pointers. Well, I am interested on seeing if KU could keep Henley from rebounding the ball when they shoot. And if they rebound the ball, if KU rebounds the ball, how fast are their fast breaks to go score at the other end?
Yep. So it looks like they're getting ready to start now with the tip-off. Looks like it's going to be Tristan Klecker for us, and I believe that's number 32, Kai Taylor, for Henley. Or it might be number 22. I can't quite see. We'll see in a second. Yes, it is number 32, Kai Taylor. Okay. And now we're getting ready for the tip-off. Let's see which team starts with the ball. Ball thrown back to KU. Kaufman taking it down the court, passing to Saluskin. Saluskin trying to rush in the paint. Kaufman going for the shot, and that's the first points of the game by Tilden Kaufman.
And that was a beautiful jumper that he made right there. So I'm hoping that they keep that up, you know, looking for the players, making the passes, and if they get the chance, shoot the ball.
I'm glad to see just right out of the gate that both teams just have an energy to bring, and they're just going to try and play their hardest and win. KU locking down on the defense, trying to find their way. Henley trying to find their way to get past this defense. Let's see if they go for three-pointers or inside the paint this game.
And you know, from what we saw the last game against Masama, KU is playing really good defense, keeping the players out from scoring, you know, out of the paint, and also making them work for every shot that they're taking.
There was one of those three-point attempts by number 10, Reese Skimmerback, and I'm not gonna lie, he did a little trick play earlier. He pointed to the ground, and then our player looked away, and he ran around him. Kind of interesting.
Hey. You try to do whatever you can to get the players to stop looking at you or guarding you.
Let's see what KU prefers this game. Thomas with the three-pointer, and that is the first three-pointer of the night, adding another 3 points to KU's score. Currently in a 5-point lead against Henley.
And he did a beautiful job on that one. I mean, he saw the opening and he went for it, and it was all but net, all that going in there.
Yeah, one thing about number 3, Tobias Thomas, is that if you get a couple players on him and he goes for those three-point shots, he usually makes them when he's contested. But uncontested, not quite there. But, you know, that's something you want to see. There's Klecker putting the ball up, making another 2 points for KU, and a timeout is called.
Yeah, at this point, if I was a Henley coach, which he did a very nice job, I would have called a timeout. They need to stop KU from scoring at this point. 7.0. No, they need a little bit of a timeout. So Coach Brian did a nice job on calling that timeout.
Yeah, honestly, just the first couple of minutes of this game, KU is just going in with such a ferocity and making these points. And I just hope they can upkeep this for the rest of the game. And Henley also has to kind of step up their game a little bit to be able to get past KU's defense and make a couple shots, tying this score up a little bit.
You know, at this point, with this minutes, like you mentioned, about a minute and a half in, KU is playing a beautiful defense, and they're not rushing to make the points. They're taking their time, looking for the players, and, of course, scoring almost every time.
Henley trying to find an opening to either go for the three-point shot or just get inside the paint. Shot attempt by number 10 on Henley. Ball's thrown up in the air, and looks like the call is going to be for KU. I believe number 10, yeah, Reese Skimmerback. He's been going for those shots a couple times already in this game. I believe during the Henley game, he was also one of those people going for those shot attempts.
And the foul was called on Henley. Kai Taylor, 32. This is his first foul.
Kaufman passing to Thomas over to Johnson. Johnson, one of those key players that you see inside the paint along with Klecker. Currently trying to see who's going to get in the paint. Thomas going for the three-point shot. Falls down, but almost recovered by KU. Looks like it's still going to be KU's ball.
You know, this is, I love those plays when especially three-pointers. Everybody, the audience, all the players, even the refs, are watching the ball to see if they go in. But they do not watch what happens if the player that shoots gets pushed or not. In this case, Thomas got pushed.
He did. I saw him fall to the ground after that shot. Saluski going for the corner shot. Not quite there, but still a nice attempt. Henley getting the ball. Let's see what they can do with it. Henley taking it down the court. Trying to find an opportunity to score here against KU. They need to get some points on the board, being at 7-0. Henley passing around. Going for the shot, and a three-pointer is made by number 4, Corbin Hamilton. That's his first points of the night, and Henley's first points of the night as a team. Thomas rushing into the paint, putting the shot up, and he makes it, adding another 2 points to KU's score. Ball thrown down for Henley. Another shot attempt made, goes over the basket, recovered by Klecker, and Thomas with another three-point attempt, and is rebounded by Klecker, puts the ball up, and makes it. See, that's kind of the thing I've been seeing, is that we go for the three-point shot attempts, and then we have people under the basket able to grab the ball and put it back up.
And if KU keeps doing that, of course, they're going to be dominating the game. I mean, the defense is pretty awesome. They're going for the ball. They're not giving Henley a second chance. And, yes, if they keep shooting those three-pointers and somebody's down there, they're going to keep scoring.
Yep. Okay. Thomas trying to find an opportunity to shoot. Does a pass over to Klecker, but it doesn't quite reach him, but is luckily recovered by Saluskin. Klecker trying to find an open teammate to pass to. Time running out. We have 5 seconds left on the shot clock, but it looks like there was a call by the ref. Looks like it's going to be Henley's ball, the turnover.
But I'm kind of glad, even though they got a turnover, I'm kind of glad that KU is taking their time, looking for the opening, looking for the players. The passes are looking beautiful. You're going to make like a mistake or so, like Thomas did there, but I'm glad that they recover really fast.
Henley trying to find an opportunity to shoot. Over in the corner, looks like that was number 32, Kai Taylor, rushing into the paint, but he couldn't quite get the ball out of his hands. And looks like KU is going to have possession of the ball.
Yeah, that slid that he did on down there and caused him a traveling. So that was a turnover to KU.
Yeah, it looks like Henley just needs to get past KU's defense. KU is putting up very good defense, and they just haven't found a solution to get around it. Thomas going for the shot, not quite there, and recovered by Henley. Henley taking it down the court. Going for the three-point shot attempt. It's up and almost rebounded by Henley, but taken by KU. Kaufman with the shot. Not quite there. Almost recovered by Klecker, but long pass down. And shot was made. Didn't quite see who made it, though, but looks like we're going to have a timeout.
And again, that is a good timeout by Coach Nate, by Coach Case at this moment. You notice that so far in the last minute or so, KU was not making a single shot. So yeah, kind of, call him in, tell him to relax, give him some encouragement, and tell him keep your eyes open, look for the player, and if you're going to go for a shot, make sure that you are positive on that. Yeah,
KU definitely needing an awakening call from the coach, because it was a 7-point lead, 7-0, but now it's 11-5. So Henley's kind of catching up here a little bit. But let's see if KU can keep this lead they've worked so hard to gain. Passing over to Klecker in the corner. Klecker going for the shot. Not quite there, but is recovered by Bogate. Bogate very heavily defended, and the ball is stolen by Henley. Henley trying to rush down the court, and the ball goes into KU's bench. Henley in possession of the ball. So the ball bounces up a little bit. It's stolen by Thomas. Thomas rushing down the court, going for the layup. Oh, not quite there, but still good. Very good attempt by Thomas. KU dealing with heavy defense, and the ball goes out of bounds. KU trying to rush down to get down the court. Not trying to waste the amount of time that we have left, 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
You know, if you see the opening, go for it. And that was a beautiful job by Thomas. It's just too bad that he missed it, but it was a nice try.
Klecker tried rushing into the paint, but was too heavily defended, so he threw the ball out to another player. He goes for that attempt again, but Bogote trying to find it. Henley putting up heavy defense in the paint. Bogote going for a shot, and not quite there. Recovered by Henley. Henley finally getting some of their taller players down underneath the basket, able to recover these balls. Henley passing into the paint, putting the shot up, and the shot is made by number 32, Kai Taylor. KU passing in. Thomas going for the shot, not quite there. Henley taking the ball back. Trying to find an opportunity. The ball is knocked down a little bit, but looks like it's going to be a foul.
Yes, it's going to be a foul on number 3. So Thomas gets his first foul. You know, he is a good player. He doesn't need to take those risks of reaching in for the ball and just calling an unnecessary foul at this point. There's plenty of time. They're ahead. They're doing a good job. And like I mentioned, they just need to take their time on putting those shots up and having the person rebound down at the bottom.
Looks like the refs are discussing something with one of the players. And they're getting back to the game. Okay, Henley in possession of the ball. KU trying to stop them from scoring with their heavy defense. Henley trying to find a way around KU's defense. Passing the ball around. Going for the three-point shot. And not quite there. Almost recovered by Henley, but is knocked out of bounds. Looks like it's going to be KU's ball. I believe that shot attempt was by number 20, Carson Seams. Thomas being heavily defended, but passes over to Johnson. To Bogote in the corner, who's open, but rushes into the paint. Trying to get a shot off, and ball's knocked out of bounds. Going to be Henley's ball.
And we have 57 seconds left in the first quarter so far. KU with 11 points, Henley with 7.
Henley trying to find a way to score in these last seconds of the game. Sorry, of the quarter. We're not that far in. Going for a three-point attempt and makes it. That was number 20, Carson Seams, but it looks like there was a call beforehand, so it does not count.
Yeah, there was a call. There was a foul call on KU before that shot. Reaching in, that was number 5, Tristan Klecker, and of course he gets his first foul of the game.
Henley with some substitutions getting ready to play. Henley in possession of the ball. Trying to find an opportunity to score here. Charging into the paint, but passes out. Going for the shot attempt from the corner, and looks like there was a call by the ref. That shot attempt was by number 4, Corbin Hamilton. Looks like there's a foul.
Well, I guess we'll get to see how good of free throw shooters they are. And apparently they're pretty good because he made number 4, made the first one. So they have 8 points at this point.
Here he goes with the second shot. Ball goes up, and he makes it.
And he's going to get his 3rd try. That was a foul on a three-pointer.
Still don't know who fouled him, though. Scoreboard hasn't changed. Third one is a miss, but KU almost recovers the ball, but it's stolen by Henley. Henley in these last 30 seconds making a desperate attempt to make some scores. Rushing into the paint, going for the shot, and the shot is up and good. With a little under 20 seconds left, let's see what KU can do before this quarter is over. Thomas trying to find someone to pass into, but there isn't anyone in the paint. A little less than 10 seconds left, but there is a call for travel, and it's going to be Henley's ball.
And at this point, with 8 seconds left, KU scored 11, Henley 11. Just in a couple of 2 minutes, KU lost the advantage that they had, the 7-point lead. Let's see if they can stop them from scoring in this last 8 seconds.
Yeah, KU's having some issues because it looks like Henley was able to figure out their defensive strategies and just get a way around that. And there we go. It passes into the paint, but looks like the time was up before then, so couldn't quite get the shot up.
So at the end of our first quarter, KU versus Henley, they are tied.
11-11. Yeah.
That is an interesting comeback from Henley. I'm a little bit surprised. You know, KU is is trying to make the shots, but they've been missing all those shots, almost every single shot for the last 2 minutes and a half. In the meantime, Henley is going in, and they are scoring almost every shot that they're putting up there.
Yeah, it was very interesting because with around 3 minutes left on the clock, the score was 11-5. So Henley themselves were able to score another 6 points, but KU didn't score anything. And it looks like there's kind of a breakdown in there in their advantage they had against Henley, because Henley at first wasn't able to really make anything, and we had that advantage. But now it's tied, and we'll see who can carry on with the lead for the second quarter. It could be anyone's game at this point.
Yes, at this point, it is anybody's games and who's going to take the lead. But I'm hoping that KU kind of, the players kind of think about it. Coach Case, let them know, hey, you guys really need to start taking the time, be confident, shoot, and make sure that you're making the shots. If you're missing, somebody needs to rebound.
Okay, Henley starting with possession of the ball in this quarter. Some heavy defense from Saluskin, but looks like that's going to be a foul.
And I think this is going to be the first foul on Saluskin.
Yeah, that is his first foul. Henley going to have control of the ball. Let's see what they can do with it now that they have kind of an advantage against KU, figuring out their defensive patterns. Trying to find a way to either shoot from outside or get inside the paint. There's one of those shots from outside and goes right in but out. What a crazy shot. That was by number 14, Mika Ibarra. I think that was, or Micah Ibarra, I believe that was his first shot for the night. Johnson over in the corner trying to find his way around. Kaufman trying to find a way in, puts the ball up, and he does secure the goal, putting us in the lead for now.
Let's see if they keep doing that, if they actually get enough confidence now. Like I mentioned, slow down, go in there, shoot if you are open. And like we saw here with Kaufman, he went in there and, of course, made the shot.
Yeah, Henley again going to have possession of the ball. See if they're going to increase the gap between this lead and let KU score a little bit, or if Henley's going to take the advantage. That's just something we'll have to see. But Henley with possession of the ball, trying to find their way around the defense. Henley has had a couple attempts so far with just 3-point shots and almost losing the ball, but gains it. I think what Henley has kind of resorted to is that KU has had such big defense when it comes inside the paint, so they've been resorting to shooting threes outside of the paint. And so far it's worked for them.
Yep, and Bogotay, our defense down there, Bogotay just rejected that ball, that shot going in. Of course, toss it out. It is Henley's ball.
Kind of worth it, though. Want to see good blocks.
Oh, yeah.
Heavy defense in the paint, but again, going for the 3-point shot, and not quite there. Recovered by KU. Saluskin taking it down the court. Passing it over to Bogotay. But yeah, in comparison to the teams, KU has been kind of going for in-the-paint stuff. Like there, Kaufman is charging in, trying to get a shot off. But Henley has been going for the out-of-paint stuff and going for 3-point shots and 2-point shots. So just because KU is kind of locked down their defense inside the paint.
And the foul was called on number 10. I think he pushed one of the KU players, so that is his first foul.
Number 10 being Reese Skimmerback. Looks like Bogate made a three-pointer from the corner, increasing our score by 3. What a great shot. Henley now trying to answer to that. They still haven't gained any points since we started this quarter. Let's see if they can change that. Passing around, trying to find an opportunity to either shoot a three-pointer or get inside the paint. There goes another three-pointer. It is up and no good. Stolen by KU. That was number 14, Micah Ibarra. That's his second attempt in, I believe, less than 2 minutes.
And KU is doing a beautiful job, defense, taking their time, scoring. Their score right now, KU 16, Henley is course 11. They have increased now their lead to 5 points.
Yeah, and we just missed it a little bit, but there were some great plays there. There was a charge in from Thomas, and he tried shooting it, and then he put the ball up, but it was almost rebounded by Henley, but knocked back to Kaufman, and then Kaufman went for the shot attempt, but he didn't quite get there. But still, great team communication and great attempt at trying to get the ball back and trying to keep control of the situation.
And if they keep controlling the ball like they're doing right now, I mean, they are playing KU's game. Henley is trying to still figure out how they're going to stop them. And if they continue this rhythm, well, I'm hoping that their lead is going to increase.
KU trying to find opportunities to get inside the paint. Reese Johnson going for a three-point shot. I think that's the first time I've ever seen him attempt one of those this season. He might have done it before, I just forget. He's usually a guy in the paint, but looks like Henley's going to have possession of the ball, trying to find their way around KU's defense. Almost stolen by Saluskin, but just barely gets retaken by number 14, Micah Ibarra, sorry. I keep saying Mika.
Yeah, it's Micah.
It's Micah.
And I think we have a foul call on this one. And this foul is, of course, called on Tuko Solinskin. This is his second one.
Second foul. Not something you want to see starting in the first half of the game especially.
Let's see if he's a little bit more careful. 2, okay, it's still okay. You just don't want to jump to the 3 or the 4.
Tuco is a very aggressive defensive player, though. So he's earning those fouls, I'll say. KU now taking it down the court. Shot attempt by Bogate, it is a three-pointer. I believe that's his second three-pointer of the night, bringing the score up to KU, now being 19, still in the lead. And Henley's only scored 2 points since the start of this quarter. Henley switching it up and not going for a three-point attempt, and instead the ball is stolen by Thomas. Thomas trying to find a way to shoot, and he goes for it. Not quite there. Almost rebounded by Johnson, but it's taken by Kaufman. But a little bit of a scrounge for the ball, and
the ball goes out of bounds,
yeah.
And it's Henley's ball. That was a nice play,
Very
he
nice.
shot, and KU did try to get the rebounds. They were there. It's just that they couldn't get a hold of the ball.
It's not quite. Looks like there's going to be a turnover. KU going to have possession of the ball now. Didn't quite see what happened, I believe. Might have been traveling or just too long in the first half of the court. Ball knocked out of bounds. Still going to be KU's ball. Tilden Kaufman with the throw-in. Passing out to Thomas. Thomas going for the three-point shot, and not quite there. Ball recovered by Henley. Henley rushing down the court, trying to get past KU's heavy defenses. Let's see what they do here. Are they going to go inside the paint, or are they going to go for a three-point shot? That's what I'm wondering. Rush inside the paint and is knocked out of the court by Johnson. What a great swat.
And what a defense, my goodness. They are, keeping their score out there low, safeguard their shots there, and throwing and then blocking that ball. That was just done beautifully.
Yeah, a couple times on our team, we've knocked the ball out of bounds, and, you know, I don't think the coach can be mad at that, honestly, even though it does turn over the ball. Henley trying to rush into the paint to get a shot off, but instead passes it out. Ball almost stolen by Thomas, who kind of runs into the player, but it looks like it's going to be our possession of the ball.
You know, I'm a little bit surprised that Henley is not doing a full court pressure on KU at this point.
I think they still have some hope. KU try to find their way around Henley's defenses so they can score again. Let's see if they attempt another three-point shot or finally get into the paint. Another three-point shot attempt by Kaufman, but not quite there. Honestly, this game has been a game of three-point shots. Both teams have been going off with three-point shots, but KU definitely more successful at it.
Well, that's because they have also done more shots. I mean,
that's true.
That's the 11th shot they have tried.
That's their 11th.
Yeah.
Wow.
And, of course, Henley, they have only tried 5 of them.
So ratio-wise, Henley's doing better.
Well, you can say that way, but I'm thinking about they're about even.
About even? Okay. Kaufman taking it down the court. Passes to Bogate. Bogate over to Thomas. Thomas going for the three-point shot. Not quite there. Is it recovered by KU? No. Looks like there's a foul called on one of the Henley players. Is KU going to shoot for it, or are they going to have possession?
No, they're going to have
just gonna
possession because it was down. Down at the bottom in the key. One of the KU players got pushed out of the way.
Okay. Kaufman with the throw-in, giving it in the paint to Bogate. Bogate putting it up, and what a fantastic shot, putting us 21, Henley 13 with 2 minutes left in the first half. Henley trying to find an opportunity to get past KU's defenses, or just go for another three-point shot. Let's see what they do with it. Thrown into the paint, heavily defended, and shot doesn't quite get up. Pretty good defense by KU, though.
That was pretty good defense. KU did try to stop him, reach in for the ball, and of course that's what drew the foul on our player. And that was the foul is on number 11, Kaufman. This is his first foul.
And shooting is number 34, Kai Montag. I believe this is his first time playing tonight. Well, playing in the game, not playing. Ever. And the second shot is made, bringing their score up to 14. 7-point lead by KU, so pretty much where we started at the beginning of the game. Kaufman going for another three-point shot, but not quite there. Recovered by Henley. Henley doing a big toss down the court over to number 4. Number 4 going for the shot attempt. Is rebounded, but heavily defended. Ball stolen by Bogate. Bogate rushing down the court, puts the shot up. Not quite there. Goes back to Kaufman. Reese Johnson going for another three-point shot and just bounces out. That was insane. That would have been his first three-pointer of the night.
Well, that's the second one he has tried to put out there. I mean, he did a beautiful job, except the dot ball went in and it just popped back out.
Bogate jumping up for the block, but instead knocks the ball out of bounds. But also when it comes to the three-point shots that he was doing, at least he's attempting, you know?
Yes.
We're attempting shots, and, you know, if you don't, what is the term? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Exactly.
There you go.
And this is the first foul that we have on Bogate. This, I think he fouled, and we have one of the Henley players shooting free throws. He made the first one.
Yeah, number 22, Jeremiah Brunick. And second one is up, and he does make it after a little swirl around inside the net. Kaufman passing down to Bogate in the corner. Bogate trying to rush in, but decides not to go with it. Three-point shot attempt by
Thomas.
Oh, Thomas. There we go, by Thomas, and he does make it with a little under a minute left in the quarter. On the half, and Henley trying to find a way around KU's defense. Honestly, KU's defense this game has been fantastic. They've been stopping Henley from just mostly getting inside the paint. Most of Henley's points have just come from three-point shots.
I mean, anytime anybody goes down there into the paint, close to the key, there's 3 players, 3 defenders. They're not going to do much down there. And like on this one, even the Henley player had to step out of bounds.
Yeah, stepped out of bounds. That's usually what happens, and that's good for us because we get possession of the ball. Little under 30 seconds left in the half. Bogate trying to draw out the clock, not wanting to give Henley any chances to score.
And while we're waiting, they're taking their time, looking for the player, looking to see what they can make. Thomas gets the ball and shoots for a 3, and of course misses. We have 8 seconds left. KU, 24 points. Henley, 16. KU has to lead about 8 points at this point.
8 points with 8.6 seconds left on the clock. Okay, Kaufman throwing it in. Throws in, but is blocked a little bit, so Henley gains possession of the ball. Trying to rush down the court, but loses the ball a little bit, and looks like one of the Henley players fell trying to receive the ball with 1.8 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Well, let's see what they can do with 1.8 seconds. I mean, somebody has to grab the ball and just shoot it.
Large throw over to Kaufman. Can't see what's happening, but I don't believe he made a shot. Well, that has been the first half of the game. Very exciting to see. KU is putting up such good plays, and it might be close to what we had last Henley game. We were seeing something like this, but it was more close. And, I mean, let's just take a break real quick, and then we'll get back to it.
Before we take the break, at this point, this has been an interesting shooting by KU. KU has shot 16 three-pointers.
16.
That is 16, so they are trying. And, of course, Henley has only shot 5 of them.
But how much has Henley made is the big question.
Well, so far, as I have it down here, they have only made 1.
Only 1.
Okay.
And how much has KU made?
Well, that's a little bit more counting. Let's leave that for a
Okay,
little while.
we'll leave it for the end of the game when we go over stats.
All
All right, we're going to take a little break, be back in around 10 minutes, and we'll see you later.
Tonight it is worth $62. Make sure to pull out your 50-50 raffle ticket. The number 759 We have someone with it? It is over there. All right, we're going to find you for $62 tonight. Also be reminded, our concession stand is open upstairs for automatic boosters. And we also have 2 fundraisers for the King Class of 26 to help support their upcoming alcoholic drug-free senior celebration. We've got a bake sale with lots of great goodies and also Super Bowl squares where we're coming in between the Seahawks and the Patriots. Again, make sure to go to the mezzanine level and lock in your square before they are.
Everybody get out! Get out! Get out! Let me see. No, it's just you should staple it.
Okay, you students, what is UA exclamation point? I think we're missing an S.
Hello, everybody, and we are back at KU versus Henley down at Pell Court. It has been an exciting first half of the game, but now we're getting ready for the second half.
Yes, and at this point, going into the second half, we have KU with 24 points and Henley with 16. KU has an 8-point lead. They've been doing a wonderful job keeping Henley back from scoring.
KU already getting right to it, trying to score. Saluskin running in there, not quite making it, but still a great, I forget the word, but great attempt. There we go. But Henley now trying to come back, trying to get some more points on the board, especially being behind by 8. Charging into the paint, putting the shot up, and not quite there. Looks like there was a foul called.
And let's see if we can get a replay on that foul call. I think we're going to have replays in the second half.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if replays work. They might be breaking right now. Again.
Henley, number 14, is shooting, and he makes the first shot. Micah Ibarra.
Not Mika. Micah.
Micah, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, looking from here, looks like our replays are kind of breaking a little bit, so might have to go fix that in a little bit. But for now, we can just keep on with the game. Tobias Thomas going for a three-pointer from the corner, and he makes it, adding another 3 points to KU. What a great shot. Henley trying to answer right back and get some more points. Going for another three-point attempt, number 14, Micah Ibarra, and that is, how many three-pointers for that is that for him?
That, for him, it's actually, that's his first one.
Okay. Sorry, Kaufman going for a three-point attempt. Not quite there. Rebounded by Henley. Henley rushing down the court. Going for another three-point attempt, and not quite there. Looks like we're just doing back and forth three-point attempts. I love it.
Well, somebody's going to have to make him at this point. It looks like this is the quarter of more three-pointers than the other ones.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if KU made all of them and then Henley just happened to not make all of them. We can let that happen. Thomas going in for the layup, but he didn't quite get there. Trying to steal the ball away from number 10, Reese Skimmerback, but not quite there. Looks like there was a call by the ref, and it's going to be KU's ball.
Yeah, so KU is doing, again, a wonderful job on the defense, trying to keep Henley from scoring.
Ball stolen by Henley due to not very good pass, but the ball is blocked by Klecker, who knocks it out of bounds. I think that's his first block of the night. I've seen a lot of blocks from KU. Bogate, Johnson, they've been blocking a lot, but looks like that's the first one for Klecker. And
he did a good job on blocking that ball.
Sorry, I was looking at the scoreboard to see who fouled, but looks like it was Tuka Saluskin a while ago with his third foul. Ball almost knocked out of bounds. Henley in a tight spot with Kaufman stealing the ball. Kaufman running in for the layup, and looks like the ball fell down and hit someone in the face. Not a situation you want to be in. Probably hurts a little bit. But
that was the fourth foul call on Tuco Selansky. He needs to go out for a while. I mean, Coach Case has to pull him out. At this point, you don't want him to foul out, but he is a good player. Yeah,
Coach did take him out and put him on the bench just to prevent him from fouling out. Wonder what's happening. Okay, looks like Rafael Pena, that's the first time we've seen him tonight. But ball stolen by Thomas. Thomas trying to find a workaround to get inside the paint. Goes for the three-point shot attempt, and not quite there. Rebounded by Henley. Pena getting right in the paint, trying to find an opportunity, but passes it out for the three-point attempt, and not quite there. Knocked out of bounds, going in KU's favor.
And at this point, 5 minutes, 27 seconds left in the game. We have KU with 27 and Henley with 20. KU leads right now with 7 points.
Kaufman taking it down the court, passing it around. Klecker trying to find a way to get inside the paint, and he does, securing us another 2 points, putting the score 29-20 with us with 9 points in the lead. I'm glad we were able to keep our lead. It was close in the, I believe it was the start of the second quarter. It was 11-11, and it was just very close.
It was a very close. It took a while for them to kind of gain the lead again. They went back, start playing their game, and of course scoring. Because it took them a while. I mean, for about 2 minutes, they weren't making any points, and then went back and start scoring the points. And we do have a time out at this point.
We do indeed. Well, performance-wise, who are our top shooters for the game right now?
Top shooters right now for KU, we have Thomas, Klecker, and Kaufman, and also Bogate. They are the top 4. And for Henley, we have at this point Hamilton, Corbin Hamilton. We have Micah Ibarra, and the other ones is a little bit sparse, 1 or 2 points. But those are the 2 from Henley.
All right. Looks like our student section is getting hyped up right now, ready for this game. I just saw a bunch of people fall, but that's okay. KU coming back out on the court. Henley's on the court also. They're getting ready to have a very tough game for the extra 5 minutes left in this quarter.
And we have Henley's ball at the baseline. Let's see what they can do at this point.
Henley passing it in. Almost stolen by Klecker, but Henley was able to get it back. Stolen by Klecker. Klecker rushing down the court. Passes it into Thomas, but Thomas wasn't in the right place, and it goes out of bounds.
It would have been a good pass, but Thomas was just a little bit behind that pass. I mean, he was looking to see what would happen, but, of course, they turn it over to Henley.
Yeah, as they say, great attempt, not the best execution. Pena trying to find a way to get inside the paint, but it's kind of jumped over by Bogate, and the ball's knocked over a little bit. And he is fouled.
And this is the 3rd foul by Bogate. Again, Bogate needs to be careful. 3 fouls. I think, at this point, I think Coach Case is going to have to give him a little break.
Yeah, that's not something you want to see, especially since I believe Saluskin has 4 and Bogate now has 3. These are people you really want to keep for dire situations right now.
Oh, sorry, I misread that.
4th.
That is his 4th. Bogate also has 4 fouls.
There you go. Oh, yeah, they took him out and replaced him with Dallin Peterson. Henley being heavily defended because they got the ball back, trying to find a way to score. Shot attempt is made, but not quite there. That was number 34, Kai Montag.
He missed, but it's a foul call. I think the foul is called on Thomas.
It is second.
This is his 2nd foul.
Got to stop fouling. His first one was up, and I believe it was good. Second one, and it is good.
And he is going for the 3rd point.
Gets one more. Third one, and it's good. That decreases the gap between the 2 teams by 5 points. So KU with 29, Henley with 24. Kaufman passing it around over to Peterson. Thomas at the corner going for the shot, but not quite there, but rebounded by Kaufman. Let's see if he can get it back up. Peterson trying to find someone to throw to. Throws to Thomas. Kaufman going for the shot, not quite there. Rebounded by Henley. Henley rushing down the court, but the ball is stolen by Klecker. Klecker rushing down, and he makes it. What a great play. Just stealing the ball, rushing down the court, and able to put the ball up. And it looks like that's going to be a timeout.
Yes, and at this point, I would have called a timeout too. So Coach did a nice job calling a timeout. I think Klecker tried to slump dunk that ball on that one.
He almost got it. It was right there.
It was pretty close. I mean, he just needs to jump a little bit more, and I think he can do it.
I just saw someone do a backflip. That was insane. But back to the game.
We have 3 minutes and 56 seconds left. KU right now 31 points. Henley 24 points. KU has again a lead of 7. That lead of 7 points just keeps coming back. It goes away and it comes back. I think they need to do a little bit more of an effort. I mean, so far they have tried 23 points.
Wow.
And
I'm just gonna say though, I don't mind it being a 7-point difference between the score, because like as long as we have it, as long as we're up, you know, like as long as we stay there.
as long as we stay there, but it does keep increasing sometimes. I think I've seen it up to 11, 9, 11, then back to 7, and then Henley does something and then sometimes shrink a little bit, 5, 3, and it keeps going back to 7. Let's see what happens the rest of this quarter.
Henley trying to get past KU's defense down the court. See if Henley goes for more 3-point shot attempts. And the ball's blocked a little bit and goes right to Peterson, but he's knocked down. That was number 14, Micah Ibarra. Sorry, Micah Ibarra. I keep saying Micah. Micah Ibarra. He's been a prominent shooter this game, I would say.
Now, Thomas, this is his third foul.
Third foul.
Okay, so
I believe Saluskin and Bogate both have 4 fouls, and with Thomas getting the third one, I would be scared as the coach. Not really scared, but like kind of worried, because these guys, if they get more fouls, then I don't have them in reserve just in case things go south.
that is correct. Thomas needs to be careful on making that, getting that 4th foul. If he does that, KU is going to be in a little bit of trouble.
In a little bit of a pickle, as they say. Peterson trying to rush into the paint. Not quite there. Puts it up, but recovers the ball. Passed over to Klecker. Over to Kaufman in the corner, who's open. Oh, not quite there. And also, it is a 5-point difference now instead of 7 like it was earlier. And call by the ref.
And I think there's going to be a call on number 11. Yep, number 11, we have Kaufman with 2 fouls now. And, of course, Henley goes up to for the free throw line.
Henley's had a lot of playing time at the free throw line. Never mind.
Free throw?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, he'd make that one.
Yeah, he did.
And, of course, right now, score KU is 31. We have 3 minutes and 20 seconds left. And Henley, 27. He made that one. And, of course, our lead, KU's lead, has shrunk to 3 points.
Yeah, not something you really want to see. KU's definitely going to put up more of an offense, trying to get this lead back up to at least 7. Passes into Klecker. Klecker putting the ball up, and there we go. We're increasing our lead. Now we're at 5. Let's see if we can make it 7 again.
At this point, as I've been watching the game, Klecker is on fire. He needs to go down under the key. People really need to pass the ball because, oh my goodness, he has made almost every single shot from down there.
Pena was rushing in the paint, but was kind of heavily defended and couldn't quite get the shot up. So, sorry. I saw something in the audience. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But looks like he was fouled by number 24 on our team, Dallin Peterson. That's his first foul of the night. And Pena goes for the free throw shots, and the first one is not quite there. Let's see what he does with the second one.
And as we have it here, Pena, number 12, he is just a freshman.
He is. I believe the only freshman on the Henley boys roster. Nope. Brody Fullerton is also another freshman. Pena again rushing in, but he's too heavily defended, so the ball is snagged by Kaufman, who's rushing down the court, putting the ball up and makes another 2 points, bringing us back to that lucky number 7 of score. Well, score between scores. Let's say that.
Well, at least they're keeping the game exciting.
And the ball is stolen again. Peterson going for it, and he scores another 2 points for KU, putting the score up to 37, having us have a lead of 9. 2 steals in 2 plays is kind of cool. Kind of cool, not gonna lie. Ball knocked over a little bit, but gotten back by Henley. Shot up by Seams, and it is good. Putting it again to that lucky number 7. Kaufman with the shot. Not quite there. Almost rebounded by Peterson, but the ball is thrown down the court, and looks like there was a call by the ref.
It was traveling. He tried to get there too fast, too soon. Of course, there was 2 guys open over the half of the court. Any pass would have been, a perfect score for Henley at that point. It was actually a beautiful fast break, except that he traveled.
It was a nice play, except the travel.
Yeah.
Um,
It is KU's ball at the baseline. Let's see if they have a nice play and score on this one.
Passing it out to Peterson. Back to Kaufman. Let's see what Kaufman does with this. Passing it inside or just going for another three-point attempt. Thomas back out on the court. I'm not sure if they took him out before. He did have, I believe it was 3 or was it 4 fouls.
Thomas has 3 right now.
3, okay.
Yeah, and of course he didn't commit any fouls at this point. Actually, he was fouled by number 4, Hamilton. So Hamilton has the first foul.
Shot up by Klecker, and he does make it, adding another 2 points, putting us back up to 9. Let's see if we could get to 7 again by them scoring.
And like I told you, you get that ball right now in this game to Klecker under the key and under the basket, and he is going to score.
Looks like there was a foul called because there was a three-point attempt, and then the ball was rebounded and put back up. But it looks like there was a foul. Number 32, Kai Taylor, being up to shoot. Let's see who fouled him. Number 24, Dallin Peterson, for his second foul of the night. And this is the only quarter he's played, so some heavy fouling by him.
He's doing a good job.
He's doing a very good job.
He's playing the defense, and he's keeping people from scoring.
He did have that fast break where he ran down there and he layupped right after, I believe, Kaufman did it.
Yep. And we have a minute and 10 seconds left in the game. The score right now, KU 39, Henley 31.
Kaufman now bringing it down the court. Long pass over to Thomas. See what Thomas does with it. They're kind of playing crisscross with it. Trying to pass inside. Not quite a good pass. And looks like there was a call by the ref. Wonder what the call was.
I think that was reaching in by one of the KU players. So
yeah, it must have been a foul.
Yep, it is on number 14, Johnson, and that is his first foul. And, of course, we have 5 fouls, and they're going to go to the line for free throws.
They are. That's his second time having free throws in, I believe, the last couple minutes. Was it number 32, Kai Taylor? Yes. With 54.3 seconds left on the clock, KU with 39 points, Henley with 31, 8-point difference. Let's see what Henley or KU does with these final seconds of the quarter. Kaufman going for a long shot, not quite there. He was heavily contended. Looks like another long shot from the corner, not quite there. Pass back out, another long shot, not quite there. Almost knocked out of bounds, almost stolen by Klecker. And let's see if they go for another three-point attempt, because that was 2 in a couple seconds. Number 20 almost losing the ball a little bit there. Going for the shot attempt, but not quite there. Recovered, and looks like there was a call on one of the KU players for a foul.
You know, in that play right there, they shot 4 times. Out of those 4 times, Henley got every rebound.
But they didn't make it, and it's Kai Taylor up again for another free throw attempt, and I believe that's his 3rd time in the past 2 minutes.
And now Thomas has 4 fouls.
4 fouls. That's
So-
something you do not want to see, especially going into the start of the 4th quarter.
Let's see what Coach Case has to do. He has some thinking to do, some planning, and let's see what he's going to do for the 4th quarter. 16 seconds left, and of course he makes the free throw. Right now, score KU 39, Henley 32. That 7 keeps coming.
We're right back up to that lucky 7. Let's see if we can stay with it. Kaufman going for a three-point attempt, and not quite there. A little under 5 seconds left. Fast break, and the ball does get there, making it a 5-point game, 39-34. Now we're going to go into the 4th quarter.
That was an exciting quarter.
Very exciting.
I'm hoping that the 4th quarter is about as exciting as this. Both teams going at each other and see who's going to score the most.
I'm excited to see also, with such a close lead that we have of just 5 points, honestly, it could be anyone's game. Okay, we are back for the last little part of the fourth quarter, meaning the start, so the last little part of the game. Unfortunately, for both the boys and the girls game, we haven't been able to get our replay to work, so that's why it's been absent of replays, but we're sure to have it next game and make sure it works. But right now, we're getting started with Henley having possession of the ball, seeing what they can do with this 5-point lead that KU has against them.
And I think about 3 starters for KU are absent in the start of this quarter.
I'm not sure. I know Nolan Baker is not a starter, and Peterson is not a starter, so 2 starters aren't out there.
Well, let me see. I don't.
Yeah, because Kaufman, Johnson, and Klecker are all starters.
Awesome. So.
Because we had to take out Bogate and Thomas before they fouled out, so just saving them for the end.
Yeah, they're in a little bit of danger and falling out. And I think
Saluskin's out.
Salinski is also out with 4. So at this point, KU needs to be careful. The players really need to concentrate on the passes, keeping that score a little bit down. And if I coach Case, I'm sure he's going to put the players back in towards the end of the quarter.
That was some great passing play by KU, not letting Henley steal the ball from them, but inevitably it did come into Henley's hands. Number 20 for Henley charging in, but it doesn't quite get there. Looks like it's going to be KU's ball.
Yeah, he traveled down at the bottom under the basket, and of course it is KU's ball. Let's see if they can score on this play.
Let's see it. KU trying to find an opening. Looks like they're going to start going for more in the paint attempts instead of 3-point shots. Klecker almost loses the ball with that long pass, but gets it back. Saluskin passing around, trying to find an opening. 3-point attempt by Kaufman, and he does make it, adding another 3 points to our score, putting the score 42. So now we are in the 40s. Now we're at 8 points, 8-point difference. Not at the lucky number 7, but we can get there.
Well, you know, 1 point it's a lot better now at this point.
I mean, I guess. Okay, Henley trying to get around this heavy defense that Kaufman is putting up. Try to pass into the paint, but there isn't anyone there. Shot attempt from the corner, not quite there. I believe that was number 14. Micah Ibarra. There we go. I was going to say Mika. Passing over to Peterson. Peterson going for the 3-point attempt, and not quite there. Rebounded by Klecker. Klecker putting it up, and that gives us another 2 points. There we go. Now we are officially up by 10.
And like I mentioned, man, he was fouled. In this game, like I said, just give that kid that ball under the bottom, Klecker, number 5, and he will score. And if he doesn't score, he's going to get fouled.
Going to get fouled.
And, of course, he gets a chance to make that a 3-pointer.
This is the largest lead we've had so far of 10 points, and that makes it an 11-point game so far. And let's see how Henley can respond to this massive lead that KU has. Henley going around, trying to shoot from the corner, but too heavily defended, trying to find an opening to get in the paint. There goes the 3-point shot attempt, and not quite there. Looks like there was a call by the ref, and looks like one of the coaches ran out onto the court. Not sure what that was about, but looks like it's going to be in KU's favor.
I don't think the coach is a little bit happy right now. And, of course, it's going to be KU's ball. But just while they settle this out and KU figures out where they need to be, right now, Klecker has 15 points.
Is he our highest scorer so far?
He is the highest scorer so
there
far.
We go. Klecker trying to find an opening, passing it over to Saluskin. Saluskin rushing into the paint, but too heavily defended, can't quite get in there. Kaufman losing the ball and is stolen. Ball being ran down, but loses it out of his hands and goes out of bounds. That's number 34, Kai Montag, who stole the ball.
Yeah, and then number 24, our player, just kicked the ball. Peterson kicked the ball out of bounds.
Okay.
So
that's why I went so far. Henley now trying to find a way to score. Going for the 3-point shot attempt from the corner, not quite there. Rebounded, ball put up, and doesn't get there. Rebounded by Johnson. Saluskin having the opportunity to score here.
They are doing a wonderful job looking for the opening, passing the ball, and there goes Klecker, shoots. Ooh, that was a beautiful pass or shot.
We'll say shot attempt, but it was rebounded by Johnson and he put it up. So we'll say that. So an assist, I believe that's the word. Henley trying to respond by also getting back into the paint because, of course, the lead is now 11. No, wait. Not 11, sorry. Now it's 11. There we go.
And we have a
timeout. Okay.
We have a timeout call. I'm hoping that the coaches at this point decide what they're going to do with the last 4 minutes and 25 seconds of the game. KU right now 47, Henley 36, and the lead is 11 points.
Yep, I believe we had our longest lead before that, which was 13, but now we're at 11, so let's see what we can do with it.
Well, tell me about what was the lead when they were playing at Henley?
The lead they had when they won, because it was KU had 51 and Henley had 40, it was an 11-point lead. So we're at 11 right now, but let's see if they'll stay at either 7, 11, or if they'll get above that.
You know, that 7, number 9, and number 11 keep coming up.
They do. Looks like Peterson's rushing down the court, passing it into Klecker. Klecker going up and going for the shot, but looks like he was fouled a little bit and gets 2 free throws.
Yep, and that is what's going to happen.
He's always getting fouled.
Yep, get that ball to that guy down at the bottom, Klecker, and again, he's either going to score or he's going to go on the line for free throws.
Very, very true. Let's see what he does with his first one here. See the crowd using their wiggle fingers. First one is up, and it is good, putting the score to a 12-point game. See if we can make it 13 and maybe even get above that. Who knows?
I would like to see 15.
15?
Yeah.
All right, let's make that the goal then. We are now at 13. See if we can score another 2 and put that at 15. That means we would have to have 51 and they would have to have 36. See if KU can do it.
You know, you are getting good at math now.
I wasn't good at math before this. Practice makes perfect, you know?
That is correct, you know. Oh, here, let's see what Henley can do. Again, KU is doing a wonderful job stopping Henley from going in. They are making it a little bit tough for them.
Yeah, KU has just had some wonderful defense, not allowing, looks like a long free-pointer. Whoa, I can't speak. That was such a great play, but we got the ball back, and we're moving it down. Let's get another 2 points and get to 51 to make Mr. Rico happy.
Yeah, 50 points. 15 points will make
do
me
it.
happy. There you go.
Kaufman going for the three-point shot. Not quite there, but rebounded. And is it a foul?
I think it is a foul.
It's a foul, but not one we get a shoot on. Okay.
No, but we still get the ball. Let's see if they can make a play down there. KU does have the ball on the baseline.
And if we do get to 51, that is the score we had when we won last time. So if we get above that, then that shows improvement. And Johnson putting it up, and we do get to 51, a 15-point lead. I'm happy.
Oh, there we go. I think we have 3 minutes, 18 seconds left. Again, KU 51, Henley 36.
Shot attempt from the corner, and it was about to get rebounded by number 34, Kai Montag, but he did step out of bounds, giving the ball back to KU.
Now, at this point, I don't know if Coach Case is going to keep Thomas and Bogate out, but he did send in Tuco, which is a little bit interesting.
He might take them out in the last little bit of the game. But looks like there was another foul call, and looks like it's going to be – nope, sorry, timeout.
This timeout was actually called by KU.
Looks like Coach is going to talk to them a little bit, talk about more – let's get into more defense instead of the offense. Let's keep our score up, and maybe he might put in Bogate and Thomas. We'll see.
Let's see what he does, and let's see what chance he's going to give to Bogate and Thomas. I know Tuco is doing a wonderful job, but at this point, the player that has impressed me is doing a wonderful job. down under in the paint, under the basket is Klecker. Tristan is doing a wonderful job getting those shots up and in.
I also want to point out, looking at the audience that we have in our student section, some people painted their whole bodies red, white, and blue. I don't know how they're going to clean that off, but and with USA drawn on them, I know we have a couple people in the crowd who like to basically cover themselves in paint, but let's see if they can get that off. We'll see tomorrow. Okay, KU going for the opportunity. Saluskin running in, but the ball was knocked out of bounds by
number 14.
Micah Ibarra.
Yep. He was there. He wasn't going to let him in and go in there and score.
Yeah, I have to stutter a little bit on that name because it looks like Mika. Tristan was underneath the basket, but it looks like Johnson got swatted a little bit. Now Henley is rushing down the court, trying to find an opportunity to score, especially with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the game. The shot is up, but not quite there, and it's put back up by number 32, Kai Taylor, and he does make the shot, making it a 3-point game. We went from 15 to, wait, no, sorry, wait, 13-point game. I lost my math skills for a second there. 13-point game.
You did. I was wondering.
Yeah,
it
disappeared.
I was wondering how that number disappeared, you know.
Well, I was looking at the 8 and I was looking at the 1 and I was like, wait a minute. And then I realized 38 plus 3 is not 51. This is why you should study in Algebra 1, kids.
It is Henley's ball on the baseline. Let's see what. Oh, we have a timeout at this moment. 2 minutes left in the quarter in the last half. 2 minutes, 11 seconds. KU 51 and Henley 38. And of course, we still have that beautiful
13-point lead.
13.
I had to count on my fingers.
13-point lead. Let's see what Coach Case is going to do. And, of course, Henley's coach also needs to do some adjustments on what they're going to do. They still have 2 minutes. They can get close if KU kind of makes a couple mistakes or not.
I mean, getting to 13 points, if you think about it, that's 4 3-pointers, and all you need is 1 foul, and then you can get to 14, and then there you go. Now you won against us. But I don't know if KU will let that happen with the defense they've been having this game. And so we'll just have to see in these last 2 minutes and 11 seconds of the game.
And while we're still waiting for the players to come back, so far KU has shot 23 3-pointers. Henley, 12. It has been an interesting game on the 3-pointers in this game. Okay, Henley with the baseline throw in. Let's see what happens.
Ball getting thrown around a bit. There was about to be a 3-point shot there, but not quite. Spin move into the paint, and the shot is up by number 14.
And he is
Micah Ibarra. It's not Mika.
Micah Ibarra, and he is fouled by number 24, Peterson. This is his 3rd foul.
3rd foul. All right. And also, we didn't say it earlier, but Coach Case did not put in Bogate or Thomas for these last 2 minutes of the game. So we'll have to see if he does later. Never mind, they did put in Thomas, and he just scored that very, very nice point. 2 points.
2 points that they needed to keep that lead up and going. And that's about the good time where Coach Case needed to put one of those players back in. I mean, at this point, if I was the coach, I would have put both players, Bogate and Thomas.
Yeah, it looks like the lead got down a little bit to a 12-point lead. Not the best, but not the worst that we've had this game. So let's see if KU can upkeep this, especially with 1 minute, 20 seconds left in the game. Little fumble from the pass from Peterson, and it goes out of bounds.
With 1 minute and 20 seconds left, we have KU with 53, Henley with 41. We have that 12-point lead at this point.
Yeah, you can see our student section already doing the arm wave, even though we have still 1 minute left. So let's see what Henley can do with this. Putting the ball up, and does make it, making it a 10-point game. Henley slowly but surely creeping up to our score, but looks like there was a timeout called.
It is a timeout called by Henley, and I think the coach is doing a wonderful job trying to get the players to go in there. I think you mentioned it, what they were trying to do. They have brought down the lead to 10 points, but they only have 1 minute left. I don't think a minute left is going to be enough time for them to tie, win. If KU does their job, you know, taking the time, keeping the ball away from Henley, I'm at this point, I'm calling that Henley is going to win.
You mean KU?
Oh, sorry, KU. See, you got me confused.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay, wait. Let's just be positive about this. Let's just say that Henley musters up the courage to get fouled a whole bunch in the next minute. Then maybe they can salvage this game. But for now, we're gonna have to officially call it in KU's favor.
Yeah, that's what I am calling it. And I think, I think most of the starters are back in for KU.
Besides Bogota.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if Klecker's still out there. He might be off to the side somewhere behind the half-court line. Long pass over to Peterson, and looks like Thomas is uncontested in the corner but does not attempt the shot. It's like running out the clock. I mean, that's what I would do. Don't want him to get those five fouls.
And that is a beautiful call by Coach Case.
Yes.
Let's just run out the time. I mean, they have plenty of time. Henley is going to get the ball back, but with very few seconds left. And somebody's going to get a three-point shot at this point.
There's the shot, and not quite there. It looks like
Ooh, we got the
Peterson
ball back.
got the ball back, but he's kind of contested a little bit. And now there's no shot clock, so now Thomas is really just going to run it out. So I guess we could just say that's the game. And as the people in the crowd once said, I believe that we have won.
That is correct. And yes, they are going to run out the time. 5 seconds left. KU at this point, 53. Henley, 43. KU has won this game with 10 points.
I will point out, though, even though it was a 10-point lead, let's just compare to last game. KU last game had 51, but now we have 53. And then Henley last game had 40, and now they have 43. So looks like we're going off the threes this time, but definitely an improvement from both teams. And, you know, just smaller point lead, but more play time, I would say, or play strength.
It has been an exciting game
There
for
goes our
us to
camera.
watch. And just before we go, ladies and gentlemen, next Friday, this coming up Friday, we are going to be playing, KU is going to be playing Phoenix here at home. It's going to be an interesting game, and we're hoping to have all of you back in this game. This has been Mr. Rico.
And Elias Soriano.
Have a good night and enjoy life.